Hey there, this is Greg, the Masked Gamer, and I am back to try this again. I watched a video playthrough, I got some tips from people online, I cleared up some um, rules questions, and I'm going to try the first fight of Dante Inferno again. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is a place for COVID cautious folks to talk about board games. You don't need to be COVID cautious in order to be here, provided there's no harassment, minimization, or denialism of any kind. With that said, I am here by myself today, so I'm going to remove my mask. Now, one of the things that is being changed today versus yesterday is I am, against all my best judgment, going to try to run 4 full characters instead of 1 full character and 3 companions. The reason for this are twofold. One, I'm still very confused about some of the companion rules in this game. Companion rules are supposed to make a game simpler, not more complicated. That's a little awkward. Second, pretty much everybody's like, yeah, you need to use 4 heroes to do good, so I'm going to use all 4 heroes. That means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 full decks of cards. There is absolutely no way on the planet whatsoever that I was going to fit any of this on camera. So on camera, you are only going to pretty much get the board and a little bit of the side of the Mercenaries card. I'm not going to sit here and read all of the abilities that I have. We're going to just dive right into the actual battle and see if things go any better than last time. This time, it's still going to be very slow. I'm still going to be struggling. One of the things that I did discover that I didn't realize the other day is that each character has a little card that tells you the keywords that they tend to use the most, similar to how Primal does, and that would have been good to know. That would have been really helpful. But this means instead of having 9 abilities for the companions altogether, I have 12 plus 2, 12 plus 6. I have 18 abilities for all of the companions altogether. But at least it's one congruent set of rules that I'm going to be using. So, with that said, we're going to dive in here. You will notice some stuff. I'm gonna shrink myself just a little bit so we can at least see the whole screen here. I thought I had that, but I didn't. So we have our decks over here. We have our bad guy board over here, where you can't see it. And then we have our characters all around the table. And here's my hand. My hand exists. Okay. So where are we going to start? I don't know. One of the things that I was told was to make sure you get findings. Findings are important. So one of the first things I want to do is figure out a way for me to get findings. I also want to hold on to anything I have that has that have the ability to get findings, but I don't see any on my boards. I still like all of this trap and move trap stuff that existed that I found. So we're going to start off with the Rebel again, and he is going to play the card Ambush. With the card Ambush, you receive Empower 2. So here's his Empower. Open here. And if I can get the token one here, okay, there's his Empower 2. And I forget which of these tokens stays and which gets cleared in cleanup, but we'll figure that out later. Oh, everybody's got to remove their first wound card. Everybody gets Invigorate 3, bringing them up to 9 health each. And I did give myself the same items that I had before. I didn't run back through the Chronicle. Oh, that reminds me, there was another token that everyone had. The Devotee had a Willpower token. And I'm going to put these tokens here, like the person in that other video did. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put them on the board so you can see them. And one of the other characters had a Prowess token, which was used for defense. So we're going to put that in. All right. So he got Empower 2, and he could set a trap within range 1. So he can set a trap here, and then we'll be able to lure our malefactor through the trap again, and that's going to go onto this card here. That doesn't change our threat meter at all. Everything is fine. Next thing that we are going to do is we're going to have our Wanderer play 1, 2, 3 to move up onto this platform and find a find it. I found out Vigor's findings cost Vigor, which I didn't know before. She found the Mask of Indolence. I did reshuffle the deck. This will let me, as a free action, discard this card to receive either Invigorate 6 or Empower 2 and Inspire 1 at my choice. So I will be able to give that to the devotee to help with heals. So that cost me 3, and I moved up here. This is all part of my plan. It is, I swear it. What else do we have here? We're going to have our... Oh, he's already to the right. We're going to have our Mercenary Provoke, raising his health to the max of 12 and giving him Empower 2 so that he is ready to taunt the baddies. Yeah, so he's at maximum health. That's that. All right. So he's going to stay there. We want him there. We're going to prepare. We're going to get ready to do some shooting with the... Oh, no, the Rebel's going to go up onto this other thing. So he's going to also spend 1, 2, 3 to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and get another finding. So his finding is the Waters of Cocytus. As a free action, discard this card to either remove a sin card from your hand or pay 6 vigor points to receive Restore 1 at your choice. Okay? But he's up there. Yeah. Okay. She's up there. She's over here. She's gonna also pay 1 vigor to just move 1 space out of the way because we just don't need to take any extra risks. And then she is going to use Compel. Compel, a malefactor at any range will move 2 approaching you. 1 triggers trap. Now this is a question that I still have, which is, do I keep moving after I trigger the trap? I'm going to read all this text again. When a malefactor steps on the trap is triggered. Remove that token from the board and inflict 1 wound on the malefactor's action deck at the lowest sturdiness. If an action is being resolved, interrupt the effect and discard the top card of the deck before continuing to resolve that card. So the action happens no matter what, as far as I read that. So he's going to move that 2nd space over here. We remove this trap, and that is 1 wound. All right. Hey, Toby, shushies. Okay. So the only person who can still play a card is Sophia the Wanderer. I do not have a way to make an attack with the mercenary right now. I do have a way to make an attack with the devotee potentially. Now, here's another thing that I'm confused about is stun and fatigue. So, stun. Certain actions cool the champions down. When a champion is stunned, they take a wound card cooldown face down and place it on their unblocked maneuver slots. Companions will then, okay? And then the other keyword with that is, this says stun with fatigue 3. And this is damage they take when they fail to assign a card. So I was taking 3 damage the last time instead of just suffering the stun. Oh, I didn't even finish her action. I can either receive Inspire 1 or grant Precision 2 to the next attack made by any champion against the malefactor this turn at your choice. We are going to We're gonna take that inspire one because we want to try to like build up our inspiration so that we are ready to heal when we need to heal. Now, somebody said something odd about star-shaped cards getting discarded, which I'm not sure I understood. So I'm going to check this. What is this? Caravan Strip cleanup step. Uh, they prepare their champion board. They move every maneuver to their discard pile. Conditions are not moved; they remain. This process is not voluntary. Rebuild step. So we're rebuild step. They draw new maneuver cards. Preparation step. Prepare one. They remove a cooldown card from the board. Now, there was this whole thing where people were discarding tokens during the cleanup step, and I don't see where this happens in the rulebook. I don't see this in any way, shape, or form at all. I'm not sure why they were talking about these. Are inspiration and empower tokens. Token properties. They count as one. So I don't see where this action is, where this thing is that says these get discarded. Okay, here, it's under the actual token itself. So empower tokens cannot be kept for the next round. They are discarded during cleanup. Inspire tokens are not. Okay, so all these empower tokens that I gave myself are going to go away if I don't find a way to attack with them. And I don't actually see a way to attack with them. That's fine. That's okay. I don't need to attack. Right? No, I don't need to attack. Who needs to attack? Nobody. Nobody. That's who. Nobody needs to attack. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to use performance. No, that copy is a maneuver on another person's board. That's not what I planned to. Oh, I screwed that up. I got her all the way up here thinking that she was going to do a whole bunch of backstabby stuff using somebody else's weapon. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, ooh, she should be there. That's correct. Now, what I can do is still copy one of these other powers, which isn't like perfect, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, we're still going to use performance. And we are going to use that on provoke. So she's going to get 3, bringing her up to the second spot. And she now has copy of it. Yep. She's going to invigorate 3, bringing her up to 9, back up to 9, and she is going to also get empower 2. Now this might be all silly. I'm just trying to sort this stuff out here, which is a little wild potentially. The warrior is going to spend 1 of his vigor to move over here, getting ready to climb up towards that throne. The silly artist is going to spend 2 movement to get back behind here and do our 1 hit for the round that we're going to be able to do. Oh, she's got to spend a lot to do that. But that is what it is. She's at 7. Do I have any other way to heal? As a free action, you can restore this. As a free action, you can spend this card and draw a sin. As a free action, you can remove a sin. I mean, I want to attack, so I'm going to do it. She can't. The mercenary's track can't move down. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to give ourselves twin strike, which gives us +4 dice. So that is 3 + 4 is going to be 7 dice that she's going to use, and the sturdiness of the monster is 1 lower. I feel like this is going to be a mistake. She gets 2 more dice for the empower. I don't think this is a good idea. I'm not going to do all. Nope, not going to do it. I'm going to raise this back up to 7. I'm going to not do that attack. I'm going to raise this back up to 9 and stay up here. I'm going to put him back up to 12 and leave him here. I'm just like not going to attack, I think. Now, on the controversy, on the opposite side of things, Annabelle can attack, and she can attack from anywhere because she has this like magic weapon thing, I think, right? So she can attack anywhere. That so she can attack the throne technically, I believe. And here I am, back nose in the book again. I was like, I'm going to be all ready. I'm not going to have nose in book. I know what I'm doing now, and I was completely wrong. Yes, this can target all areas on the board. So she can, once per turn as a free action, she may suffer stun 1. And so to suffer stun 1, she's going to put a cooldown card back on her board. And that will let her do an attack with +2 dice for each cooldown card on her board. So she gets 3 dice for regular. She currently has three cooldown dice on her board, so that's 6 more. She has an inspiration if she needs it, and she is going to go ahead and attack the Throne of Limbo. Now, what I forgot here is she could have used her willpower card to do that compel action again, but I don't think that we want to do that because we only want to do that if there's like traps somewhere, and that's not the way things ran. Because I just did things silly and I don't really know how how to retcon everything that I've done already because I've already been making mistakes, clearly. Yep. Okay. But she's going to do this attack. She's going to roll a whole lot of dice for it. And we're going to see if my luck with these fumbles goes away at all. I'm sure that it didn't. I'm sure what is going to happen here is I'm going to get 6 successes and enough fumbles to get 1 shot because that seems to be what keeps happening. So here we go. I got 7 successes, so I managed to do a hit, but I did get 5 fumbles. It's not worth it to use my inspiration because I still won't stop the fumble. So we're going to see what happens here. All right, so here is intercept. Minos, not the throne, but Minos, advances to the area the attacking champion is in. Inflicts 4 base damage on that champion. So that's 4 plus 2 is 6, bringing me down to 2 health. And that champion suffers push 2, getting pushed over here. It's actually not so terrible. And I did get rid of a card. It's not so terrible because she's further away from it. And she can do some stuff now. Well, she doesn't have any way to heal just now, but she's at least pretty far out of the way. This is kind of bad because the monster is going to do a bunch of stuff. It's not going to be great. He's going to hit somebody pretty hard, but it's going to at least be the mercenary. Oh no, he's doing a bunch of bad stuff, and I don't know how to stop it from happening. Let's see if there's anything that I can do that will change anything here. I could heal her potentially. We could have the artist throw the mark of indolence to Annabelle the Maiden, who can then receive Invigorate 6 and be back to 8 health to help her survive whatever terrors are coming her way, of which there are many. I don't see a way for me to do much about blocking here. So if a malefactor is holding an object, is a character considered an object? What is an object considered? Object. Both characters and furniture. Okay. The characters and furniture are both objects. And are stairs furniture? Stairs are platform, not furniture. Okay. Well, uh, jeez. Um, yeah, I guess this is what's gonna happen. I gave everybody freaking empowers for no reason. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go to the bad guy round, and this is already going terribly again. There's too much stuff going on. I am not good at forehanding. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna do this Hall ability. So first, he is going to advance to the area the fiercest champion at any range is in. He's going to hold that champion. He's going to face. Oops. He's going to face the farthest champion at any range, which means he's now going to be facing this way. And that's done with these diagonal lines, so it has to be that way. He's going to move 3 in a straight line. 1, 2, 3. Whenever Minos steps into an area with 1 or more objects, or makes a 180-degree turn, inflict 4 damage on each hero that he's holding. The Throne of Limbo is considered furniture, so it is an object. So the mercenary is going to take 4 damage from it. All right, that was Hall. Now here comes all the bad stuff. The chair is going to do slam the hammer. Minos advances to the area the fiercest champion at any range is there. Now here is another question. Does that mean he doesn't move because he's holding the fiercest character? Everything in this is so questionable. They're in a special zone off the board. They are not in the area where the malefactor is holding them but they are still engaged in combat. If malefactors are instructed to distance from or approach a hero being held, they do not move at all. If they need to target other champions, consider they are occupying the same area as the malefactor wins holding. They can't move. They are not considered valid targets, including any range effects. If any instruction mentions the fiercest champion while they are being held, it will refer to the second fiercest champion, for example. Okay, so Minos advances to the area of the fiercest champion, who is now the artist. So all the way over here. Minos holds that champion as well. Minos is holding everybody. Let's get some more people. Minos is just carrying them all, and that inflicts 3 damage on them. So that brings her down to 5. If Minos is within range 2 of the Throne of Limbo, he activates, but he isn't. Otherwise, he inflicts 3 damage on each champion he's holding. So that's 3 on the artist and 3 on the mercenary. And that card goes under this deck. Now, I realize I fucked up already because I was supposed to place this Hall card under his massive, massive deck of 50,000 cards. And then we draw a confrontation card, Curse. The fiercest champion at any range, which is now the devotee, Fudge, resets their vigor to 6 and suffers polymorph. All right. Well, this didn't happen to me last time, but it sounds terrible. Polymorph. Sorceresses are famous for transforming men into animals. When champions are polymorphed, they become a capybara. They perform some game procedures and are subject to special rules. First, we will place the capybara card on top of their champion. Okay, so where is this capybara? Here? Yes, I got it. Okay, so we're going to take well, this card got all beds out of shape already. Look, look at this. Look at this. Look at this bendiness, like right out of the box. So first, we're going to place that capybara card over here. Okay. Cannot take basic actions, and it is released when you suffer a wound or receive a restore effect. Okay, so the first thing, we're going to replace the champion's model with the capybara. Capybara model over here. And the devotee is now a capybara. If they're a player, they set aside all maneuver cards that are in their hand. So these cards are going to be set aside and put them behind that card to do that. They take the capybara's maneuver deck. Uh, replaces their weapon. They now have sharp teeth. Instead, whenever they roll an attack, they can suffer one with no fatigue to grant X status to the capybara as a thing. And then we have this separate we're going to take this and shuffle it. And for each maneuver card they set aside, they're going to draw a new maneuver as a capybara. So we're going to get 3 capybara cards, which will go here. And everything else about the devotee humanness gets put to the side. So that happened. 2, each other champion at any range suffers stun 1 with no fatigue. So each other champion at any range. They're not valid targets at any range. So if other champions and try to target. Each other champion at any range. This says they're not considered valid targets, including any range effects. So I do not think that the mercenary and the artist get stunned by that. I think only the outlaw does. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments. Then we store this card. If this is the 3rd card that we store, we will read the scene, the Black Widow, which I know from the other video I saw means we get another combatant on the field and things get even worse. Okay, so that is that. First things first, at the beginning of the cleanup phase, we lose all of these empower tokens. The next step of the cleanup phase is all maneuver cards get discarded. Then we go on to I don't understand why it doesn't say during the cleanup phase here that those tokens get discarded and you have to go all the way to the keywords and see the descriptions of the tokens to find out. This rulebook, man, is a challenge. Okay, cleanup phase, we cleared the boards. Rebuild step, draw new maneuver cards until they have a hand of 4. So we draw a new maneuver card for the well. We draw a new maneuver card for the mercenary. We draw a new maneuver card for the outlaw. We draw a new maneuver card for the wanderer, for the artist, and we draw a new maneuver card for the capybara. So this is what I'm missing. There is one capybara deck in the game. What happens if a second person gets polyed? I have absolutely no idea. Well, we'll worry about that when we come to it, I guess. Um, okay, so we're on the rebuild step. We drew the new maneuver cards. Nobody had to drop anything. Everybody removes a cooldown from their board and heals 3. Cooldown 3. At least nobody got wounded that time. Again, I don't know if this was right and they couldn't get targeted because they were being held, but that is how I am handling this. That is the choice that I am making. If it is wrong, it is wrong, and it's the rulebook's fault because it is freaking okay. So now what? Well, one thing's for sure. I can release myself as the escape artist. If I'm being held, I am released. So she can just flop down right behind good old Minos there. Then she draws another maneuver card to replace that card. And then she receives either Empower 2 or Invigorate 2. That's going to be Invigorate because she's not doing great. So she's in a nice spot to do a big hit. But I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. But I feel like I do because I feel like I do want to do that because then I can also swap with the mercenary at the end. Now the question is, do I want to risk spending vigor to give myself a ton more dice, which will probably kick my tuchus, or do I want to do something that'll let me find a findings card and then use the vigor switch to jump on? I'm going to do this. She's going to use cut purse and make a regular attack. I do not trust myself to make big attacks in this game based on what has happened so far. So that is going to raise her 1 on the fierceness track, and her attack is going to be 3 dice. It's only going to be 3 dice, but I only need to do 4 hits because I'm behind. But I have to hit in order to draw findings. I am going to hold off on this for a second. I am going to see if there is a way for me to get some empowered. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. 3 arcs or fewer. I'm just reading all of these manic things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5. You can move 6. You cannot give up this movement or move into an area on a step to 2. You have to jump on. That would give me the 2 how. Oh, each time pursuing backward steps. You move 4 and receiving power 2. That stops damage. You move to a straight line, and then make an attack. None of that gives me impact. Okay, let's see what we have here. Um, some above stuff. I do not have a way to give myself impact. So I have to make a choice here of either like pay one bigger to add one hit. So I only need three. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna make a regular attack, and we're going to trust the fates will give us what we need. We need to get 4 hits on this backstab. It's gonna be 3 fumbles. Nope, it is not 3 fumbles. It is 1 fumble, 2 fumbles, which is, of course, not enough to do any damage, even if I spent the vigor. So we're not going to do it, and we're just going to get counterattacked. And this feels just like last night, even with all of this work, and I feel so stupid. If Minos is holding any champions, redirect the damage being inflicted by this attack to the fiercest among them, and then release them, and this counterattack is ended. Okay, so I do 2 damage to the mercenary, and he is released, and this counterattack is. I mean, at least it was a counterattack that wasn't terrible. And knocking stuff all over the place here. And I was planning on swapping to like save someone, but now that doesn't make sense at all. So there's no reason to do that. I might as well move on and try to do some other stuff. So the capybara. The capybara is only going to be able to attack if he can move 2 spaces in a straight line to attack something. And that is just not the case right now. So that's not going to happen. Your attack has, this guy's attack has range 3, which isn't great. I mean, I can hit him, but I can't hit the throne. And I'm running out, I'm fast running out of time to destroy this throne based on things I know that I shouldn't be. I have no idea what to do with myself. I really don't. Um, um, the guy's no longer charged at holding anything. This could at least get me to be kind of down a little. Plus 1 difference. And then we have advance. That ignores level restrictions. Hmm. Oh. Once per turn, I can advance to any area or to the top of a pillar within range. So we'll use clockwork wings and teleport ourselves on top of this. And then, because I'm on top of that, I can use the Limbo and shoot the. No, yeah, I want to shoot that throne. I can only use 1 attack though. So the best one to use there is going to be this powerful shot. To use powerful shot, I have to discard a maneuver card from my hand. I'm going to move myself up 3 on the fierceness chart over here. Okay. And this lets me make an attack with 4 dice. So that's 3 plus 4 is 7. Oh, whenever I make a maneuver, before or after resolving it, I may move 2. I can spend points from this maneuver to take the deliver item and interact basic actions. Oh, okay. So that means I can jump over to this one over here as well. And this charge will from the major events. Well, I haven't even made an attack, so that doesn't matter. And I can then deliver an item. So I can deliver this item to the devotee, and maybe she will be able to use that to heal a thing. Okay, yeah. Um, I must discard. I discarded me from my hand. I am making an attack with 4. Okay, so that's 7 dice, and that is going to be 7 dice against the throne. We're going to try to kill the throne again. But as we know, I can't roll dice very well. Oh, look, finally, a dice roll that doesn't suck. That's 4 plus 4 is 8, and 1 fumble. So that's a nice, clean hit, and I have done another damage to the throne. Okay, all right, that wasn't terrible. I can't use anything else there today. All right, cool. Just chilling on top of this pillar. All right, so next. Ooh, okay. She could still potentially do something, but I don't think I want to yet. Now, what I can do is I could turn back into a human potentially. So if I did that, if I were to turn back into a human, if I were to escape polymorph, could I do anything else this turn, or is it late? I would remove all of that stuff. I will suffer. Yeah, I would suffer stun 3. That's not great. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to suffer stun 3. But what I can do. Ooh, yes, I can do this. If there are 3 or less arcs on the board, place an arc in a free space in the area that you are in. So I can put an arc back over here. Right. Okay, so I did that. That means that I can then right. I can't pick that up unless I spend some stuff to do it, but I think it's worth it. So I'm going to spend 1 vigor to climb down off the pillar. I'm going to spend another vigor to figure out what's in this arc. It's a miry sinkhole. As a free action, discard this card and inflict 1 wound on a malefactor in range 2. If that malefactor, oh yes, okay, yeah. So I'm going to discard this card and inflict 1 wound on the throne because that's within range 2. Nice. Okay. So that was simple, solid. I could keep doing this. So I'm going to move 1 more space over to here. No, that's not true. I am going to. I'm going to use this willpower to use dig for treasure again. Put another arc there. I think I can do all this. I think I can. And then I'm going to spend 1 more vigor to go ahead and interact with the road to find another finding. And this is the Flames of Sight. As a free action, discard this card to receive recall 1. So that lets me put a card back on my board. Put a card back on the board. I could use that to fucking dig for treasure. Oh, that's racist. But um I could try to take out the throat. It's risky. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna discard this card to recall one. I'm gonna spend one vigor to climb back onto this pillar. Right? You can climb onto a tall one, right? I don't see any reason why not, based on these rules. Climb. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm now on the pillar, and then I can use Powerful Shot again. I'll have to discard a maneuver card from my hand, and that's going to be 7 dice again. So if I can do this again, then that is the end of the throw, which would be good. Good. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can spend 2 vigor to reroll one of these and hopefully get a double whammy. 7. And that's 2, which is less than a throne's threshold. And that kills the throne. Now I think I knock it down when I kill it, right? Wounds. Yes. I hate everything about this role. Um, it's so hard to find everything. It really is. Manufacturers. Lay their model down on the board. Okay. So I took out the throne. I mean, I'm like very low on health, but I think it was worth it to do all of that. Now that the throne is out of play, it opens me up just a little bit to do some more stuff with everybody else. Now, I do not have any inspiration. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with the mercenary first. Good push. Can receive invigorate. Make an attack or receive a power to choice. All right, we're going to go ahead and use hold the line. That's going to raise my fierceness by 2. First, I get invigorate 2, bringing me up to 8. And then I can attack or receive empower to at my choice. I am going to attack. So I'm going to roll 3 dice and pay that 2 vigor I just got to make that 5. So we're going to roll 5 dice. And the way I'm trying to handle my life is it's 1 dice per damage I need to do, thinking that's the average, which is probably not true, but whatever. I got 3, and that is a fail. Of course it is. So bad things are going to happen, and it's overwhelmed. If Minos is holding any champions, he is not. Otherwise, advance to the area with the least fierce champion, and that is where he is. Then hold, and she's back up here, being held, and taking 4 damage. I can use this to block 6, so I'm gonna take that 4. And that was what happened. So she is no longer able to do another attack because she no longer has enough vigor to do so. Because she would have to spend 3. Should have done that backstab first, but I didn't. But I can use a grab break now to try to free her. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to use I was supposed to receive 1 additional vigor whenever I did invigorate, so I did that now. Whenever damage is inflicted on you or another champion in the area you're in, you discard a maneuver from your hand to block 2 of that damage from that champion. Oh, so I should have done that. So I'm going to go ahead and discard that to have blocked 2 of that damage, which will mean she will be able to. Okay, cool. See, there's a lot of stuff going on with all of these characters, and it's really, really hard to keep it all in the top of my head. I also forgot that I should have gotten an extra 2 dice against the throne, but it is too late because of his moving archery. I'm just going to forget everything consistently and totally. 4 characters, too much. 4 characters, just too much. I'm also going to have a sip of iced tea because it's wild. Wild. Okay. So we're using grab break. That makes an attack with +1 damage. If the target is holding an object, which it is, that's an additional +2. So that's 3 extra dice, which gives me a total of 6 dice. I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're going to roll this with 6 dice. Now, how did I get 5 dice on the last roll? Oh, because I used 2 vigor, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to attack, and things are going to go better for me, he says. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is enough, and it was only 1 fumble, so that is a clean wound. We've done another clean wound. Okay. So that is 2 wounds that we've done. And as a collateral effect, the malefactor releases any objects that they were holding. Brings me down here. And I'm behind him. I have the ability to do all this. I have a block against the inflict. So I am going to try. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, and do a backstab. All right. That raises me up 1 on this track. Oh, he should have gone up another 1 on that track when he did that. Okay. And we are going to roll a lot of dice. So it's going to be 3 plus 4 is 7. So we're going to roll 7 dice, and his sturdiness is only 4 for that. So hopefully we can get 2 wounds out of here. Oh, this is nice. Okay, that's a good roll for once. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with 1 fumble, and I can pay 1 vigor to add 1 hit, which makes it 12. And his sturdiness is 5, so that's 1, 2, 3 freaking wounds to this brother trucker. Now I am down to 1 vigor, which isn't the best. What is he going to do? He is going to advance to the farthest area with a pillar at any range with no champions on it. So that means he's going to come here. He's going to face the fiercest champion, which is the mercenary. He's going to throw that pillar at the champion, and that champion is going to suffer push 1. Okay, so that gives me some knowledge of what to do here. We do, if we get pushed into the wall, that's going to be sucking. So we're going to spend 2 movement to go 1, 2, and stand in this space. Can I survive 6 damage now? No, not if I do that. Let's go back up here. Let's heal that 2 and try to figure out how we're going to do this. Oh, I can discard a card from my hand to block 2 of that damage. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to... So there's no point in moving 2 because I'm going to suffer the 2 either way. Well, hold on. If I'm standing here, then he'll push me back this way instead. Yeah, I'm still going to do that. So I'm going to move 2 to come here. And I have 5 health left. This is where we are going to end this turn. We're ending the turn. Now, Olympic throw is going to happen. We're going to advance to the farthest area with a pillar. At any range with no champions in it. The furthest with a pillar with no champions is this space. Facing is down. It's going to face the fiercest champion. He's going to throw that pillar at that champion, who is going to take 6 damage, but we're going to discard this card to block 2 of it, meaning that we take 4 damage, leaving us with 1 health, and we're going to get pushed 1 into this space. So one thing that I want to see here is when this pillar is laying down, I can't fit it into it. Yes, we'll have to occupy 2 spaces. So that is the color. Okay. That was an Olympic throw. Next, and this is when things are going to get really nasty, and I don't think I'm going to be able to survive something else, but we'll see. Chain lightning. We are going to inflict 6 damage at any range chosen by the caravan. If there are other characters within range 1 of that champion, we will inflict 6 damage divided evenly among them. Well, everybody's almost dead except for the capybara. So that's going to be how we're going to do this. Okay. Do I have any way of avoiding any of this damage? I don't think that I do. Somebody is going to get wounded, and it's going to be the capybara. We want the capybara to get wounded, but she's not going to. That's a little frustrating. But that's how it's going to go. All right, so that's 6 damage to the capybara, bringing her down to 3, and then 6 damage to the outlaw. And that means the outlaw is wounded, which means he goes back up to 6 health, and we flip one of these cards to the wound side. This would be terrible if we were playing on grim mode, but no way in hell am I doing that. And then we store this card, and then we go back to our turn. Okay, so now I have to worry about a heal. I have to worry about a heal. And unfortunately, the capybara is going to be in big trouble because there's no heals to happen because she is a capybara. Okay. Anyway, it's still going better than the first time. It's not going well, but it's going better. Okay, so back to the page where we're going to walk through our steps. Cleanup step. Everybody is going to discard the cards from their board. I get the feeling a lot of bad things are going to happen that I'm really not prepared for here. Then, rebuild step. They're going to draw enough maneuver cards. Okay, so he needs to draw 4, but there's only 2 cards in his hand, so he draws 2 cards. Whenever a champion rebuilds their maneuver deck before drawing the remaining cards to complete their hand, of course, to draw, they must rebuild their deck, shuffle their discard pile to become their new deck. They will need to shuffle a sin card into there. Oh no, they draw a sin card first. So he's got Doctrinate. When another champion at any range draws a sin card, that champion removes all sin cards from their hand for each card they remove. This way, they draw a maneuver and get empowered 2. Right? That's my sin. Okay. So we're going to shuffle these, and then we're going to just draw 1 more card instead of 2 more cards because we had to draw a sin. All right, that was better than I thought. I thought it was going to do damage to me, and then I was going to be all sorts of screwed. But that is not what happened, luckily. Still got to figure out how to get this devotee out of this. Capybara shit is annoying. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that it hit my healer either. That's not fun for me. Okay, so we've got his cards ready. He's got to draw 3. 1, 2, and nope, he's going to have to draw a sin as well. Everybody is sinning. His is deceive, fraud. When everybody is about to assign a wound, that champion does not assign a wound. Huh. That's nice. So that stops a wound from happening. So we just need to get that capybara to get hit. Is what we need to do. But I think. Okay. She's got to draw two. That's one. And the sin. Hers is Enamor. When a malefactor at any range is about to inflict damage on any other champion, you receive Invigorate 9 and swap with that champion, redirecting that damage to you. That's cool. And that's fitting with the life of an artiste as well. The thing that sucks is like if the capybara gets hit, she also like loses everything she's got going on there. She draws a card. You move two in a straight line. You cannot give up this movement. This is you move and attack with plus 2 dice. So that's going to let me attack. So I'm going to just want to do that with her first, I think. Because, yeah. All right, so we did that. Each champion prepares one. Boom, 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 boom. So we have a lot of empty slots now, but of course the capybara is going to lose it. And then each champion gets invigorated 3, so that brings me to 4. That brings me to 9. That brings me to 4. That brings me to 6. What healing options do I have? Move to the corner. See, invigorate 2. I mean, that seems pretty simple. She's going to move 1, 2, and get invigorate 2. You become improvised stairs. When another champion changes levels for you, they receive empower 2. Yeah, there was no way that I was going to get into a position where that was going to make sense, but it gave me some healing, which is important. Over here, you have an invigorate that will let you make an attack. Okay. This is an invigorate 3, bringing me to maximum health, and I'm on level 2, so I get empower 4. So I'm ready to do a nice big attack from up to the top there. And over here, you have no way to invigorate. That's not great. You have no way to invigorate. You're just gonna hang out. Okay. All right. So we got some healing going on. The first thing that I want to do is kind of like see if I can get myself healed, which I know makes like no sense at all, but it's what I'm gonna do here. So we're going to use Gnaw, which gives me 1 fierceness, and I get to move up to 2, which I'll move here. And oh yeah, I forgot. Every time we attack him, he's supposed to turn around if we attacked him from behind. And I didn't do that before, but I don't think it really changed anything. So she's going to roll 5 dice. Whenever you are attacking before the roll, you may suffer stun with no fatigue to gain a bonus equal of X dice equal to the difference between the sturdiness of the targeted action and the power of this weapon. So I can take a stun and get an additional 2 dice, which I want to do. I want to do because I kind of want to get myself hit. So let's see if that works. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be 2 wounds, but there is a counterattack. So the counterattack is overwhelm. If Minos is holding any champions, he is not. He will advance to the area the least fierce champion in any range is at, which is here. And then hold that champion, inflicting 3 damage on it. That's a. She don't mind. She got plenty of ways to get out of it. She's gonna get held, and she's gonna take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then we discard this and 1 other wound. So the capybara did not get himself killed, but he did do some stuff. He's going to sin. He calls you or another champion in the room. Well, that would be nice if I had the ability to do that, but I don't. Okay, well, at least I attacked. I did something. Does she have anything that's going to let her get released? That's a swap. That's a swap. I'm gonna take damage. Same. Okay, that's a wound. That's to take damage. Okay, I think this is time for me to do this big ol' attack. Come on. That'll get her to release it. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, we're gonna use enfeebling shots. So first, I go up 2 on the ranking, so I'm now the fiercest. And I am going to get an attack from above with +2. So I'm going to be rolling 3, +2 is 5, +4 for my power is 9. 3, 6, 9. And I think it's going to be okay if I do something that gets me hurt, because I also have full health. I can also pay 2 vigor to reroll 1 die after the roll. I am not 2 areas away from where I made my last attack, so I don't get 2 dice for that. Oh, wait, but I can move too. And I can spend those to interact. Oh. So before I did that, I could have flown over here. So now I get that extra 2 dice from that. And then I can move to. It does need to be above. I think can I leap to the ground? Leap over there. Leap. Yeah, I can change 1 level for free. So that's 1 movement. And I'm still above. I'm still above. So I can still get that bonus. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do things. No, I'm gonna stay up here because if I stay up here, and if he does attack me, and I keep forgetting that this exists, if he does attack me while I'm up there, I can backflip. I can suffer 2 damage, leap off of that, and avoid everything else. If those take any non-damage, they're destroyed. No, because I don't want to destroy that yet, and I'm at full health. So we're gonna sit down here, and because we did all of that movement and all of that, we're gonna roll a whole lot of dice. So hopefully this will do a lot of damage. And of course, this is when I roll badly. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even if I turned one of these into a 2, no wait, I have 6, I have 9. So if I turn one of these into a hit, then that'll do another wound. So I'm going to go ahead and take that 2 vigor to re-roll one of these. Yes, okay. So now I will be doing 2 wounds, but I will be doing a counterattack, and that counterattack is tackle. 2, approaching the fiercest champion at any range. And the fiercest is me, so he's going to go 1, 2. If there are any champions in the area Minos is in, inflict 3 base. Collateral damage was this. She would have been released before the rest of this attack happened. Okay. If there are any champions in the area Minos is in, inflict 3 base damage on the fiercest among them. So that's 5 damage to me, bringing me to 5. And then the champion suffers push 1, which pushes me down into here, and I suffer another 2. but I am still okay, and I did 2 moves. All right, so I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's almost as much as I did the first time, plus the 4 against the throne. I'm doing a lot better. Doing a lot better. Not doing fantastic, but doing a lot better. I also don't have any other way of storing right now, which kind of sucks. All right. So who's going to go? Oh, wait. The malefactor at any range that inflict damage on another champion in the region. Wow. Could have invigorated 9. Swapped with that. Redirecting that damage. That's a done. So that would go right there. He took how much? He took 5. Here. So I swapped spaces with this. And then I took the 5 damage and then 2 more, but I would have blocked that to block the 5, and then I would have just taken the 2 and fallen. Yes. Now I have something that can be expiated. Is a free action a basic action? It does not say that it's a basic action. So maybe I can do this. You think I can? I don't know. That's when I stop a wound. Can I expiate? I don't know. I don't think that's what I want to do anyway. No. Well, no, because he's still the fiercest. We have a bunch of health. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're going to spend flourish. It's gonna move the artist up 1. We're gonna move 2 with climb, so we can come right back up here to his butt. And because I changed levels, I get +3 dice. That's a 6 dice attack, and his sturdiness is 4 because I'm attacking him from behind. And that's enough to do 1 hit, and I got a counterattack, and the counterattack is tumble. Move 2, distancing from the attacking champion. Minos holds each pillar in the areas he steps into as he steps into them. He's going to go here and then up here so that he doesn't do that. He blocks all wounds. Womp, womp, womp. And the champion gets an Inspire 1, which isn't so bad. Like, that could have been much worse. And this goes back on the bottom. Okay, so now we have an Arcana card on top, which means a counterattack can't happen. This would do a lot of bad things. So this is the moment in time where I want to do like the biggest attack that I can. I wanna kick some booty. Nothing bad can happen here. It must be furniture on the area you're in. So I have to move quite a bit. But I think this is probably better. She's going to spend, this is so silly, she's going to spend 2 to move over here. And then she is going to spend 3, 1, 2, 3, to do a switcheroo where she's going to swap spaces with the mercenary. and each of them receives Empower 2. So she gets an Empower 2. Oops. So she gets an Empower 2, and he gets an Empower 2. I know that seems kind of weird, but it makes sense to me, I swear. She's also going to go ahead and spend this to draw a sin card and restore one to the rebel. Now, I think when I do that, I just flip the card over. I don't think I get to get that ability back. Yeah, it just becomes a cooldown card. But like still, that's better than a wound. This is whenever you or another champion at any range suffers a wound, receive Empower 4 and draw a sin card. Till the end of the turn, you can perform maneuvers by placing them on condition cards. It still counts towards defeat and cannot be removed in the cleanup step. So is a oh, wounds are condition cards. Okay, that makes sense. But I still need to do some expiating there, and I think the only way I can expiate is this. But I still don't know if I'm allowed to do that. But anyway, I'm up here. I'm ready to do the biggest attack that I can, which is not that huge, unfortunately. Unless I can think of another way to give myself some more powers. Some more powers. Nope, that's me who will receive that. I still don't know if I can use that to expiate or not. If she had just one more health, this little capybara over there, that would have been useful. But they don't. Yeah, so we're just gonna. It's so boring. Oh well. All right. So my first attack, I'm going to use transversal swing, and that's going to give me +2 dice. So it's 3 + 2 is 5, +2 is 7. My big giant attack is 7 dice. Wow. And with my giant 7 dice attack, I have completely failed to wound. Amazing. Great. Well, the good news is there was no counterattack. Absolutely. Okay, well, I did that. I tried. I can try to attack again. I might as well. But this one doesn't, I don't get any bonuses. I just get 3 dice. And I'm trying to get 5 successes on 3 dice. Why am I doing that? That doesn't even make any sense. That's so dumb. That's so useless. Instead, I'm going to move 2 spaces back down to here, and I'm going to use heavy throw, and I'm going to throw this at the malefactor, boom, and thus do a wound to that. God, there's still so many more wounds in there. And I have like a whole like card I can use. Like it just doesn't make any sense because it doesn't make any sense. Okay. I think that's everything I can do, unless I consider this to be thing. His next thing is going to be to advance to the farthest area with a pillar, which is all the way up there. He's going to face the fiercest champion, which is the mercenary who has no health. Throw the pillar at that champion, inflicting 6 damage on them, and they are going to suffer push 1. I don't want that card on top of that deck. But I don't think there's anything I can do about it. can't deliver it. She doesn't have that much. She's got a bunch of. Maybe I can find a finding that will change things. I can't even do this. I'm spending 4 movements to come all the way over here. And then I'm spending 1 more to get a finding, and hopefully this saves me. Waters of Acheron. It's a free action. Discard this card to either remove a sin card from your hand or receive Invigorate 4 and Empower 2 at your choice. He is going to deliver this to her, who's going to use that to remove that sin. At least that was something. It didn't do anything that I needed to happen, really, which is unfortunate. Okay, well, that's that. All right, Olympic throw. Advance to the farthest area with a pillar. That is here. Face the fiercest champion in any range. That is you. Throw that pillar at the champion, inflicting 6 damage on them. So that would have been a wound, but I am going to put this here. The champion does not assign a wound. So he goes back up to 6 health. And then he suffers push 1. And that's that. And then here, now we're doing all of this stuff that makes things worse. Open the session. If the throne of Limbo has not been destroyed, Minos blah blah blah. Otherwise, inflict 3 damage on every champion. So that is 3 to you. That is 3 to you. That is 1, 2, 3. You got 1 life left. That is. I'm going to go ahead and discard this to make that 1, 2 instead, because I don't have wounds and that's kind of useless to me right now. We're going to shuffle 3 Arcana cards into Minos' deck. That sucks. And then store this card. Because this is the 3rd card you store, you're going to read the scene, The Black Widow, on page 28 of the Book of Chronicles. Now, at least I'm doing better this time. I'm still not doing good. I still have a whole lot of wounds that I have to somehow figure out how to do. Like, a lot. Like, I've been playing this game for 1 hour and 22 minutes, and I still have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 more wounds. Like, this deck is just ridiculous. All right. So we're going to Black Widow on page 28 of the Book of Chronicles. Page 28, Black Widow. The Black Widow. Cordiality gives way to blood, as the infernal judge does not intend to do his duty. A fact that, to the poet's surprise, did not even result in any punishment. Does the devil no longer care, or worse, does the higher power? Although the former king proves to be a skilled warrior, the numbers are in your favor, as is the advantage in the fight. What? The advantage? Not. When she realizes this, the cunning woman takes courage and steps out of the shadows. Her eyes glitter, crackling with supernatural power. Husband, she shouts as she floats a foot off the ground, her hair waving as if a storm personified. Let me help you deal with this scum. A sorceress, a creature your mortal minds could not even imagine existed, joins the fight. We're going to flip the King Minos card. So now for Pasiphae is in the fight as well. We're going to shuffle her cards and place them in the 3rd action tray. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 health. So that's 9 more terrible things that can happen to us. And then she is going to appear at the entrance. I have to get her out of the thing. I don't know where she is. Is this her? Yeah, this looks like her. I think this is her. Yeah, I think this is her. She's going to face the fiercest champion, which is the mercenary. If the caravan has discovery card number 3, we do not. She does not act the moment she joins the fight. She's going to act in the next round. So, okay. Now I know that if we had done other things, we would have been able to kill her instead of Minos to finish the fight, but that didn't exist. And I feel like fighting her and her 9 cards is just going to be a massive waste of our time. So we're not going to do that. We're just gonna try to survive. Okay, let's see if I can remember everything that happens. So first we do the cleanup phase. Discard this. We discard this. We discarded power tokens. We discard these cards. We discard this card. And what sucks is like I just don't have any healing because the devotee has been a freaking capybara this whole fucking time. All right, then we remove 1 cooldown card from each board. And then we. Oh, no. We had to draw to our hand size first. So we're going to put this back here, and this back here, and this back here. And we're going to do redraws first. So over here, you've got to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. And oh my gosh. And you've got to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. And you've got to draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the capybara draws 1 more card. This. And then everybody heals 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So then we remove 1 of each. So the first thing that we want to do is try to get some health up so that we're not in trouble. So our good old mercenary is going to get invigorate 3, but he gets 1 extra, so that brings them up to 11. And this advances to the top, and his thing cannot move down for the rest of the encounter. And he gets, and the rest of the turn, he gets an empower 2. Do you have any invigorates? You need to be above somebody for it to be useful. Over here. Oh, he gets this back. We're going to use the wings and pop ourselves up to the top here. We are going to use this to get Empower 2 and place a trap. There. And then 2, I'm going to hold off on that too. I have an invigorate for her. Release. Held. She's going to use this to copy this provoke, which gives her invigorate 1, 2, 3, and empower 2. Power 2. Okay. And you. I mean, I'd rather shoot it and see if I can get that to move. So we're going to go ahead and use focused shot. That's going to move. Oh, I can't move up. Oh, she should have been all the way here. Her thing can't move down. And that's going to let me make an attack with +2 dice. That's going to be 3 dice, 5 dice, 2 dice. The last time I attacked was somewhere very, very far over there, so 2 more dice. And hopefully this is a better roll than I had been rolling, because I have a lot more damage to do still. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he is going to react. I really don't see any way to turn that into a bigger thing, so we're going to let that react happen. Oh, I forgot. When you ever perform a maneuver before or after resolving it, you may move too. So we could have, when I was over there, that's fine. I could spend that to deliver items or interact, blah, blah, blah. I forgot all about it. All right, so this is only going to be 1 damage, and it is going to be a counterattack. And the counterattack is grapple. Move 2, approaching the fiercest champion at any range. So first, he moves here. Oh no! He took one of the Arcana moves from that trap. And the fiercest is still him, so he's going to move here. If there are any champions in the area he's in, hold them. Otherwise, advance to the area with the closest pillar. And shuffle 1 Arcana card into his action deck. Oh no, so I got rid of it and then I didn't get rid of it anyway. So that sucks. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I was hoping, oh, I'm 2 spaces away now, so I can start attacking him with the capybara. Yeah. All right. Oh, you guys are use the empowered. All right. So the capybara can actually try to do some things now, which is nice to finally happen. Okay, so first we're going to use headbutt. Move 2 in a straight line. You cannot give up this movement. Boom, boom. You make an attack with a +1 die bonus. So that's 3. That's 4. And remember, we're trying to get the capybara hit to get a reset. So I can also suffer stun to get 2 more dice. But I have another attack in it, so I'm just going to attack with these 4. Is what I'm going to do. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 fumbles. I want to make stuff happen, so I'm going to use this to flip that to a 6 to have done 1 wound, and that might come back to haunt me later. I don't know, but it's the choice that I've made, and it is what I have done. Let's move up this track. I can't move any higher because they were provoked. And then I can use takedown, where I make an attack with +3 dice. So that's 3, that's 6. And now I can stun with no fatigue in order to get an additional 2 dice. So now we're going to roll a really good roll. Oh no. Oh no. I'm dropping dice everywhere. I don't know what I rolled. It was probably bad, but we're gonna re-roll the whole thing anyway, is what we're gonna do because so okay, well this is actually not terrible. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and it will be a reaction. So because I rolled so many good dice and I would have been doing 2 wounds, this is going to be one of those things where he blocks everything for sure. All right, so collateral damage. The malefactor suffers push 1, which would have just done 2 damage. The collateral damage happens first, right? Collateral. Large immediately after the chapter, importantly, motion cards exposed, and when counter attacks take place. The block moves during counter attack. Okay, so it would have done 2 more damage. So that's 10, 11, 13. It still doesn't change anything. Okay. Oops, other side of this. Inflict 2 base damage on each champion in the area Minos is in. 2 additional damage for each object Minos is holding. Move 1 distancing from the attacking person. If Minos did not hit any champions in the first step, block all wounds but the first that are being inflicted by attack. But he did hit someone, so he does take the 2 wounds. Now, again, I still did not manage to get myself out of this capybara situation, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Okay. So now, there's other stuff here. Yeah. There's other stuff I can do. You are 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. You have the biggest attack potential. Well, I don't want to do a big attack potential. Okay, so she's going to spend 1 to move around here in the same space. And now she's behind him. And she's going to go ahead and spend the 3 vigor to make an attack in which she will draw a finding if it's successful. She's going to roll 3 dice. Oh, 5 dice because she has empowered. 5 dice. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough to do a thing because she's behind. It will do a counterattack, but she also draws a binding card, and that was the important part. The Waters of the Styx is a free action. Discard this card to remove a sin from your hand or receive an aggressiveness token, your choice. But let's see what the counterattack is. Arcing Spin, again. This will inflict 2 base damage on each champion and 2 more. So it's going to inflict 4 damage, which is going to be enough to hit her. That's in your area. I'm trying to see if I have any interrupts to stop this, but I don't think I do. I don't. Well, that sucks. Oh, wait. I can use this inspiration to afflict one of those and stop that from happening, which is what I should have done, and we're going to say I do. And that's that. All right, so that makes it 4, 6, 7. And then she could spend 1 vigor to make it 8, which would have discarded 2 cards instead of 1 card. That's what I'm doing. All right, now I can try to do a big hit. And I think it's going to be with this dude. Yes. So he's got to spend 1 to move down 1 space in order to make this happen. And he's going to use Powerful Shot because I can play a maneuver on top of this sin. It's going to bump him up just 1 because everybody else has Provoke. And that's going to be, he has to discard a card from his hand to do it. And he does plus 4 dice. So that's 3 dice. That's 4 dice. That's 7 dice. I'm above, so that's 2 more dice. I am not at least 2 spaces away because I can't leap from here to there. So this is it. There's nothing that could have given somebody else in power, right? Oh, well, she doesn't have any. Um, yeah, she's gonna have spent this to throw him this so that he can use this and get an aggressiveness token, which will allow him to add an additional six damage to one attack. I think. Is that what it does? Um, which could be another wound. That'll let him add an additional, yeah, an additional 6 hits to their attack roll after they roll. I wish I didn't roll these dice. I wish I just kept this. Can we just say I kept? Yeah, we're just gonna say that's what I rolled because last night was so bad. We're gonna spend that 2 vigor, try to re-roll one. Ha! Yes, that was kind of a cheat, but I don't care. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 plus 6 is 20, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds left. Okay, maybe this is doable. I mean, we're running out of steam here, but maybe this is doable nonetheless. He does not have a way to heal. She, yeah, she is not doing so great neither. Capybara. We're still saying that I am not allowed to do anything useful with that. All right. We are going to spend 2 vigor, 1, 2, to move over here and keep trying to do some more damage to this boss. Oh, he would have turned around to face her when that happened, which is fun. And he's going to try to attack. He's attacking with +1 die, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dice. +2 from this empowered token. Okay. And we're going to hit again. Oh, wait, actually, no. We would have done this. Invigorated 2, which brings him back up to his max, gives him another empowered 2, so he'll roll 2 more dice for this attack. So that's 4 plus this. That's 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Yes, okay. We'd rather do one big attack than a bunch of little attacks at this juncture. But hopefully I'm corrected. It looks like I am. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And he's pushed. So that's 13. I don't have any way to flip things. So it would be 2 wounds if he doesn't resist it. It's going to inflict 2 basic damage on each champion in the area he's in. He does not have any more maneuvers to discard. So he takes 2. And unfortunately, ooh, yeah, unfortunately, that also means that Sophia takes a wound. That's not good. Oh, it does 2 additional damage because he was holding a thing. We're going to move 1, distancing himself from the attacking champion. Over to here. He did hit champion, so nothing gets blocked. So that's still 2 more wounds. So we need to do 7 more, meaning less to him than we would have needed to deal to her. The problem here is everybody's in trouble again. Sophia's in a lot of trouble. Actually, she is not doing good. She's not the fiercest, but she is in the same area as the fiercest. He's gonna go ahead and move over here just to try to be a little bit taunty, I think. Yeah. Okay. That is all I can do because the capybara is still holding on with all of her little might. Okay, home run. Move 3, approaching the fiercest champion at any range. Boom, boom. Oh, I knew this was going to happen, so I could have moved an extra space to do it. Yes. If there are any champions in the area Minos is in, inflict 4 damage on each of them, plus 4 for each object Minos is holding. So that's going to be enough to wound the capybara. That's unfortunately also going to be enough to wound him. So they're both going to go up to 6. This is going to get discarded and become a wound. And this is going to flip over to the wound side. It's pushed 2. It's pushed 2. So it's going to be 2 damage. That's going to be 2 damage. And I get to uncapybara myself. Oops, this goes over. And I get to uncapybara myself. So when I uncapybara myself, I remove the capybara character and sharp teeth cards. So let's go over here. And I replace the model with my own model again. Where the heck am I? Oh, I'm finally back. And, oh, shoot. Ah, yeah, yeah. And I suffer stun 3. It doesn't say anything about fatigue, so I'm assuming there is no fatigue to that stun. I set aside all of the capybara maneuver cards that are in the deckhand or discard pile. And then I take my cards back, but apparently not the ones that were in my hand. As far as I can tell, it just says take the champion maneuver cards back, shuffle them, and draw them. Shuffle them just there. And she can now take basic actions as usual. So this is important. But it's not her turn, so it doesn't matter right now. And oh shoot, what is Persephone going to do? She's going to inflict 2 damage on each champion within range 1. That's nobody. That's nobody. She's going to move. That's a counterattack card. All right. Remove the scuff. Advance to the area the fiercest champion at any range is in. Boom. If there is an arc on the board, throw that champion at the farthest arc at any range, inflicting X damage on them, where that's 12 minus 3 for each area they travel through. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. So it's actually no damage. And the arc is removed from the board. Okay. That actually wasn't so bad. It's just more annoying than anything else. And okay, so I think we have a shot at this right now. I think we do. First, we're going to do some cleanup here. We're going to do some cleanup here. We're going to do some cleanup here. We're going to do some cleanup there. Then we're going to draw back to our hand size. I need to draw 3 cards. That's 1, 2, and then 1 more. This is Betray. When damage is being inflicted on you or another champion in the range, you can redirect that damage to another character who is not inflicting that damage. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, to make him release that stupid pillar at least. There. Okay. Over here, we're going to need to draw 4 cards. That's the sins are piling up now. 2, and then 2 more. When you finish rebuilding your hand size is extended to 4 plus the number of sin cards on your board. When you yield to this sin, You draw maneuver cards until you fill your hands. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to risk. I think I want to just be a little cautious here, because things are a little racy there. Another enamor. She drew both enamors. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then everybody's gonna do cooldown. +4 is 3 is 7, +3 is 5, +3 is 9, +3 is 7. And one of these. And now it is my turn. So what does she have? Her stuff is the most important because she might be able to. Where is she? She is here. So first, she is going to draw this and draw a sin card to cause you and we're going to expiate this from. We drew murder. When a malefactor suffers a wound, you receive invigorate 3, and the malefactor discards the top card of their deck. So that's actually going to be pretty useful for us, I hope. All right, she's here. She's going to go ahead and play this to get 1 inspire, and it's going to give 2 empower to the rebel, because I think the way I would do it, she didn't have anything that could really invigorate anybody. That is not true. She could have used this one instead, and say she would. She'll invigorate him 2 instead of the power. Right? You will see in a 6 figure to receive restore law at your choice. You can stunt, you can attack, and that. Over here, lots of combo stuff that ain't great. Here, oh, he can set a trap. Yeah, all right. So he's going to use this. It's going to give him empower 2, and he's going to step up 1 with his free movement, and he's going to pop a trap here. Well, I want him to drop this stuff. That would be nice. Yeah, we're gonna we have +2. Oh, that gives me extra damage. He is holding something, so I kind of need to do that first. Let's do this first. So we are going to where am I? Oh my gosh, I'm all the way in the corner. Why am I all the way in the corner? I don't have much stuff. Um, um, so far away. Oh, he should be getting 4 back each turn, 3 back each turn. Did a trap. She does not have the thing that lets her turn into a munchkin. think my best shot is to do this and get a whole lot of threats. I dropped it. It's funny. Okay, we're gonna do this. That's going to increase this by 2. Yep. Yep. That's what's happening. I'm above, so I get +2 dice. So that's 4. That's 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. 7 dice. 7 dice. But I want it to come towards me. A little extra wound. And I'll make it really successful. Okay, so first we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough to do 1 hit. He has to release his pillar. I have to make sure that this is not getting an interrupt. He advances to the area the least fierce champion at any range is in, which is the devotee, and holds that champion, inflicting 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. That's 1 wound, and she is going to use this. Malefactor at any range suffers a wound. Receive Invigorate 3 and discard the top card for their deck. This does not count as inflicting a wound. So she's done that. She's at 7. She's going to go down to 1 and get rid of this to restore 1. I feel like I just don't have much choice there. Have you released the maneuver now? Releases any objects they're holding is from that. But I do have enough space to make that happen now. One, 2. Come in here. Let's take it slower. Oh no, we can do it big because that's got the thing on it. So we're going to use this to get Empower 4. We're going to use this to attack with +3, +4. So that's 4, 7, 10. 10 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 dice. And it's that. So there's another. Okay, so first, Malefactor releases any objects that they were holding. So, oh my gosh, she's stuck. She's stuck. She's stuck. She's stuck. Okay, she's here. Releases anything she's holding. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should have used 2 more vigor points to roll 2 more dice because I knew I couldn't get attacked. It's not going to bring me up to another kill, but like I would have done that and I wasn't thinking, so we're just going to say I did. So that's 1, that's 2, leaving us with only 3 more wounds to do. So this is entirely plausible at this point in time that I can figure this out somehow. It just is. It's just possible. Your bard is full. You can do 1 more attack. She can still do some stuff. let's see if we can taunt him up to me first. So we're going to spend, we're going to do this, which is going to bring me to the top. I am above, so it's +3 dice. So 3 plus 3 is 6. And I haven't moved or anything like that, but it's fine. We just need to do 1 wound here. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the thing. So let's see what the thing is. Tackle. Move 2, approaching the fiercest champion at any range. 1, 2. That's a wound from the trap. Boom. Okay. If there are any champions in the area, he inflicts damage among them. But if not every champion within range 1 suffers stun 1 with fatigue 2. And this counterattack is ended. So stun is so we're gonna go ahead and do this here. And the counterattack is ended. And that was wound. So we only have to do 1. We just have to do 1. We can totally do this. We can totally do this. This is very doable. We're going to move 1, 2, 3, come up behind him with a backstab. We're going to do the simplest little thing that we can, which is do this, which lets us draw a maneuver card and receive power 2. Now I have the thing where I can do a maneuver on somebody else's board. I'm not holding anything. I think I'm better off just doing my own attack. No, let's say instead of that, I got Invigorate 2. 1, 2. Then I can use this to make a combo attack. 1, 2, 3, which gives me +4 dice. So that's 7 dice. Okay. 7 dice. This could be it. I could have made up for yesterday. I still have issues, but whatever. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough to do a wound as long as I survive this counterattack. No, it's tumble. We're going to move to distancing from the attacking champion, holding each pillar in the area he steps into as he moves. So 1, 2, holding this. You block all wounds inflicted by this attack, and the attacking champion receives Inspire 1. And now it's going to be the same card every time, which sucks. Like I have to destroy this 1 card. So she's going to move 1, 2 to get behind him again, and she's going to try again. This time with oh, he's holding something, so using grab break. From there, which gives her +3 dice. She's gonna roll 6 dice. This has got to be enough to get 4. It is. The thing would have triggered, but she got the inspiration from the previous thing, so she flips that to a 2-sided dice, which is enough frickin' wounds. And finally, 2 hours today, 1 hour and 40 minutes yesterday, and this brother trucker, boom, boom, knock him down. Look at him on the floor. He's knocked down. He's dead. Brother trucker. Read The Fall of the Judge on page 29. Oh my god, that was 29. Fall of the Judge. Whew. Minos forces you to fight him, and you do. He's a formidable opponent, but seeing how well you fight together, the saint's choice starts to make sense. Enough! The poet prevents the final blow. We have come to prevent sacrilege, not to slaughter those who are at the service of the high power. The divine arrangement needs the judge. Slaughter? The once king chokes on a laugh. You cannot kill me. We demons, just like the damned souls I sentence, are prisoners in this place. If my body falls, I will rise again. Unlike you, the dwellers of the Inferno cannot truly die here. Everything is designed to last forever. However, I know how to recognize defeat. The judge turns to his wife, who is prepared to protest. Husband, how could you? She complains immediately. We had an understanding. Only the knights who brought me from Crete can pass. Spare me, woman. I accepted this ill-fated bargain, but I am not a fool. Mortals should not come here. The patriarch closes the subject by evoking the authority he had in his culture. Each champion will progress their maneuver deck, replacing one level 1 card with one level 2 card. I will do that later, potentially. Maybe I don't know. Now that you've finished reading the confrontation conclusion appropriate to the confrontation objective you achieved, you can read final scene, the first step, which will close the narrative for this circle and provide instructions for saving the campaign. With his affairs resolved, the former king now devotes all his attention to you. Dante takes the lead and patiently speaks about the sacrilege and your arrival. I let them pass, Minos laments, coming to his senses in his post. I let them pass as an engagement gift for my second nuptials, but they said their journey is as blessed as your first one was. Since heaven did not punish you, I believe they spoke the truth. The magistrate's confusion is legitimate, as even the poet is not sure whether the knight's journey is divine. After all, it was the saints who were concerned about the invasion, not the high power. The man claimed to lead his people to salvation and would not allow anyone to stop him, not even the devil himself, your host remembers. Poet, for all I know, this could be just another test of humanity born of boredom. You leave, pondering this. Be that as it may, the patrons of this second visit to the Inferno were clear. The order must be stopped. For better or worse, this is what the Florentine will try to do, but is it what you want? Before moving on to the next chapter, be sure to complete the procedures below to save your game. Return any tokens to the token tray, place the confrontation objective cards that the caravan completed, and the discovery and path cards that it picked up in the caravan box. Rebuild the Arcana, Wounds, Sins, and Finding decks, returning any cards that are in the Malefactor's action deck or the champion's boards. Undo the setup for this confrontation and store any objective cards that haven't been completed, the Malefactor status card, and their action and confrontation decks. If you're entering the game session, place all maneuver cards and equipment cards wielded by your champion in their box. This will be your starting state for the next circle. Otherwise, if you want to keep playing, prepare the caravan as you would at the beginning of a circle. The instructions in here, you can put away your materials or start a new session. All right, so I pulled it off. I might have cheated a few times. There's still some stuff I'm confused with. I hate the dice. I hate the dice in this game. I hate how many wounds you have to do. Like, I like boss battlers, as we know, and I like removing the wounds from the decks. But I'm like used to being like, okay, we need to do 6 wounds, 7 wounds, 10 wounds. 10 wounds. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Like, why is this deck so thick? Why? Why? Like, and like there's a lot of like repetitive actions. It's not like a smaller deck. Like, I feel like they could have done more with less cards. But is one thing that I wanted to see here, which is the following. I'm curious if when I attack a card, it is always the same reaction or not, or if that's what the twist is. So we have these backbreaker cards. Okay, so that's the trick, is we don't know, based on it being backbreaker, which counterattack it is, because there's one of each backbreaker card in here. So I understand why they've done that. I still think it's a little bloated. And let's, like, honestly, like, this, for me, solo, four-handed, is just as, it's just such a mental load. There's just so much to track and keep track of. So I don't know if I can manage to continue playing this by myself, but I do feel much better about it now than I did yesterday. I feel like I could teach it to friends. I just don't know if I have a group for it. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. There's so much confusion with so many things. I don't know. I'm mixed. It's a mix. It's a mix. There's things I really like. There's things I really don't. But that's it for now. I will tomorrow. Upgrade these people's decks. I will put them all away, and see if I feel like coming back to this at some point before I find a group. And that'll be that. It'll be fine. Everything's great because I can't play this tomorrow night because tomorrow night I need to tear this down because Friday I need to be ready to set up for friends. All right. So anywho, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Whatever you do, keep those health bars full. Thank you and have a great day.